Hello everyone, Natarajan here. The Gadag Wadi New Line, sanctioned in 2013-14, is a cost-sharing project with Government of Karnataka. The state government is also providing land free of cost for this project. The line will enhance railway connectivity in North Karnataka region. The line actually takes off from Talakal, which is on the Gadag section, and proceeds to Wadi. The total distance on this new line comes to 257 kilometers. Currently, the line between Talakal and Kushtagi has been completed. Distance for the same is 55 kilometers. Tender has been released for work between Kushtagi and Jamlapur Road, and the satellite images confirm the same, with land leveling work going on between Kushtagi and Guddadur. Coming to the other end, Wadi to Shahpur, which is a distance of 47 kilometers, earthwork, blanketing and minor bridge works are in progress. In fact, this section has a major bridge as well, bridge over river Bhima. The rest of the section, land acquisition was recently completed and the tender for the same is expected to be released by this month end. This video will be about the journey I undertake on the new train between Kushtagi and Hubballi via Talakal and Gadag Junction. Now let us start on the story of how I travelled to Kushtagi to experience this first train on this new railway route. When the information about the new train was shared on 13th May 2025, there were no tickets available on any of the trains. Now the option left was to take a direct bus to Kushtagi or travel in train via Hospet. As I've said in the previous Kutty stories, buses my last go-to option. So I decided to wait and see for tickets in current reservation. I had three options: 16545 Yeshwanthpur Sindhanur Express, 06545 Yeshwanthpur Vijayawada Express, and 16592 Hampi Express. The best option among three is the Vijayawada Express, which travels less time and also arrives Hospet before 6 hours in the morning. Sindhanur will reach by 8 hours, and Hampi was diverted to run via Tumkur, Chikjajur, Chitradurga and Bellary due to block work for yard remodeling at Dharmavaram Junction, which also meant that the train will run late. Eventually at 18 hours on 14th May 2025, I got to know that none of the trains have tickets in current, and it was decided that I'll take the unreserved in the Vijayawada Express. The train generally departs from platform 5 at Yeshwanthpur. The platform 5 goes empty after 16527 Yeshwanthpur Kannur Express departs. So I started early from home and reached Yeshwanthpur Junction at 20:15 hours. Display board said that the train will depart from platform 5, so I decided to settle down on platform 5. The rake of the train was yet to arrive when I reached the platform. Finally, around 20:50 hours, announcements were made for the arrival of the train on platform 5.
Passengers, kind attention please. Train number 065545 Yeshwanthpur Vijayawada Express is departing from platform number 5 at 21 hours 30 minutes.
Krishnarajapuram rebuilt WDG3A 14639 got the rake from the yard. It was a great way to start the journey, and top of this, it started to pour cats and dogs at Yeshwanthpur. The huge crowd did cause a concern that I may not get a window seat, but eventually rain made sure that the people waiting moved a bit back and I managed to enter the first coach and catch the first window seat in the train. I also bumped into Crazy Rail fan Sumant here. He does wonderful vlogs in Kannada. Links to his channel in the description below. Now, alcoves can be mostly seen doing shunting activity here once they rule these sections. The first coach seat also meant I got to enjoy these moments throughout the trip. My plan for this journey was to sleep as much as possible, but eventually was able to do it for 2 hours in patches. Another rail fan and a close friend joined the trip at Tumkuru, Santosh. Luckily, the train had seats till Arsikere, after which it became crowded and almost every inch of the train was occupied. This train actually runs on a diesel route between Amaravati Colony Junction near Davangere and Vyasa Colony Junction near Hospete. Also between Gadag and Vijayapura, hence the link is diesel locomotive. Currently, both these sections are undergoing electrification. I observed the work between Amaravati Colony and Vyasa Colony Junction. Here is the progress that I noticed. Pit work is nearing Arapanalli from Hospet side, and poles can be seen from Malavi on Davangere side. Work at stations are still pending. Bracketing on poles and wiring has not been started. Out of Vyasa Colony Junction, the train mostly crawls at 30 km per hour or below due to numerous sharp curves. We reached Hospet by 5:20 hours before by 30 minutes. The locomotive will reverse here and the train will undergo a direction change. Since the train is running as special with Tatkal fare, unreserved tickets have to be purchased as superfast. So the price for journey of this 465 km run is 170 rupees. We decided to wait at the paid AC lounge for the next 1 hour and refresh ourselves. The toilet maintenance has gone bad from my previous visit. Not sure if the management has changed. Price for 1 hour at this place still remains at 20 rupees per person. We then moved to Hospet bus stand and boarded a bus bound to Meeraj. A special thanks to Shashank who had informed to take non-stop buses. Definitely helped us save a lot of time. The Meeraj one had no stop between Hospet and Kushtagi. The ticket fare was 107 rupees and took us around 90 minutes to cover 64 kilometers. After breakfast at Kushtagi, we walked to the station, which is around 2 kilometers from the bus stand. This is the view one gets when we are nearing the station. The station has 3 floors with ground having the entrance, first floor having waiting hall and toilets, second floor has the station master room and the ticket counter. There are totally 4 tracks in the station with 1 main line and 3 loop lines, each having platform. Platform 2 and 3 can be accessed under the subway present on the ground floor. Thank you. Was happy to become one of the first passenger on this route by buying myself a ticket to Hubballi. Cost is 70 rupees for 153 km on this express special. The regular train numbers will be 17327 Hubballi Kushtagi Express and 17328 Kushtagi Hubballi Express. Schedule of the same on your screen. We'll be traveling on the inaugural special 07353 and here is the schedule of the same. After doing photo shoot of the train, we decided to settle down in the first coach to enjoy the diesel run. The departure time given for the inaugural run was 10:30 hours. So we were hopeful that the train will be flagged off by the same time. Minister for State for Railways, V. Somanna, was supposed to flag the train here by 10:30 hours and after 11 hours head to Sindanur to lay the foundation stone for commencement of work on the new line between Sindanur and Raichur, which is part of Ginigara-Raichur new line. The weather was cool and it looked like a perfect trip so far. The plan for the day was to travel in the inaugural special all the way to Hubballi and then board the 12080 Hubballi Janashatabdi Express back to base. Time at 11 hours. No signs of VVIP arriving. 1 more hour passed by and still no signs of VVIP. The sun decided to hide out of the clouds by this time and the humidity that these areas are known for was felt. Finally, by 12:15 hours, the VVIP arrived and I was hoping will be immediately flagged off. But no. Speech is important and eventually, by 12:50 hours, the flag off happened with huge crowd occupying all the available spaces. The delay was 2 hours 20 minutes. Though I personally felt disappointed that I could not record properly on this journey due to the huge local crowd, I felt pleased to see so many localites enjoying their first train departure from their hometown, especially people in the age group 50 to 70. The train was made free up to Talakal by the staff, as in between station details are yet to be updated on servers, so tickets were not issued for people travelling on this new stretch. Only Kushtagi was available, and hence I was able to purchase the ticket. One more disappointing thing on this run was the speed on the new line. Train was restricted to a maximum speed of 60 km per hour. Since the high-speed CRS inspection was carried out at 121 km per hour, I was expecting the line speed to be around 90 or 100 at least. This speed limit meant we can never make up the lost time. We stopped at all the stations en route and people were seen celebrating the train. Finally, I got a chance to capture one such celebration at Talakal Junction. The train became almost empty here and the WDP 4D showed its true power. With the speed limit increasing, it was a wonderful experience all the way to Hubballi. We entered into a rain cloud, enjoyed the rain and the diesel sounds. We eventually ended up arriving at 17:10 hours. We were taken on the platform 1, the longest platform in the world. Delay of the train at the end of the journey is 3 hours 20 minutes. This delay also meant we could not have lunch as no food options were available on the inaugural train and ended up having early dinner at Hubballi. Having missed Janashatabdi, the next option was to check the overnight trains. Unfortunately, regular tickets were not available in sleeper class. Only premium Tatkal seats were seen on 20680 Hubballi Chennai Superfast. So I was confident that there will be tickets on this train to Krishnajapuram in current booking. Since this train arrives at Krishnajapuram by 5 in the morning, I was thinking of taking metro from there to reach home by 6 hours the next day morning. Unfortunately, when the time at 16:25 hours, the chart preparation time, sleeper class ticket showed not available. Santosh suggested me to check for Tumkur and there were seats in current to Tumkur, but I decided against this as I felt I needed more sleep in the train after having slept for roughly 2 hours the previous day. I checked for SMVT Bengaluru and luckily tickets were available and I immediately booked keeping upper berth as preference. I remember from my last visit to SMVT Bengaluru that the buses in the morning start from 5 hours to Majestic. All these incidents happened on the inaugural train between Gadag and Hubballi. Since my train's departure was 20-25 hours, I spent the available time spotting trains and ended up meeting the first WDG4 of Indian Railways, 12001. The black dust on my hand is the remains left by the locomotive. Amazing feeling meeting the legend. I also got to spend some time with fellow rail fans, Denzel and Chirant. My train departed dot on time. The TT checked my ticket around 21:30 hours and I finally slept by 22 hours, keeping an alarm for 4:15 hours the next day. The video was supposed to end here as I felt I did not show my final commute, but things turned out different.
Time is 2:33. Sometimes you wake up for reasons unknown. I was actually supposed to go in this train to SMVT, but then I woke up, saw the status of trains at Tumkuru, and decided to get down here. I'll let you know why I got down here when the next train comes.
Unknown reason to wake up in the end helped me a lot. I saved around 90 minutes of my commute in the city and also it meant I can have a peaceful sleep at home. Only downside could be standing on the train till Malleshwaram, but that didn't matter to me. I purchased the ticket after walking out of the station on the UTS app and came back to platform 2. In an ideal world, I should not be catching this train, but hey, trains do run late, which meant a train which is supposed to go before the Chennai Express is running late, and I'll be boarding the same to reach home early. 16227 Talgupa Mysore Express, and to top it, I'll be enjoying the run behind diesel locomotive. Luckily, there was some space next to the door and I occupied the same. Next 90 minutes was spent enjoying the diesel sounds. The train dropped me dot on time at Malleshwaram. This trip was with ups and downs, but the experience is what matters, and I believe I gained a lot. With this, we have come to the end of this Kutty story. Hope you all enjoyed this one. See you soon.